Every day, I descend into the labyrinthine depths of the city's underbelly, seeking truth amidst the shadows. As a seasoned detective, the hunt for a serial killer had become an all-consuming obsession. The bodies had been piling up, each one bearing the gruesome hallmarks of a twisted mind. They were victims chosen at random, their lives extinguished in a violent and cruel manner. Panic gripped the city as fear cast its ominous pall over its inhabitants. I pored over every shred of evidence, searching for a single thread that could lead me to the perpetrator. Hours turned into sleepless nights, and the weight of the case bore down on my weary mind. I became a shadow of my former self, haunted by the faces of the victims. Just when I felt like hope was slipping away, a breakthrough came. A witness reported seeing an unusual car near the scene of the latest murder. It was a rare make and model, and I scoured the city's traffic cameras tirelessly. Finally, I spotted the vehicle and traced it to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. My heart pounded in my chest as I approached the dilapidated building. Inside, I found a gruesome sanctuary of death. The walls were splattered with blood, and the air hung heavy with the stench of decay. As I cautiously explored the warehouse, a noise from the back drew my attention. I crept towards it, my gun drawn. There, in the dim light, I saw him, the serial killer. He was hunched over a table, his hands covered in blood. Adrenaline surged through my veins as I confronted him. A deadly game of cat and mouse ensued, but I refused to give up. Finally, after a desperate struggle, I subdued the madman and brought him to justice. In that moment, a surge of relief washed over me. I had ended a reign of terror and brought closure to countless grieving families. The nightmare was finally over. As I watched the killer being led away in handcuffs, I felt a profound sense of accomplishment. I had hunted down a monster, and in doing so, I had given hope back to a city that had been living in fear.